Let's talk color. This is basic artist color theory. All right. The three primary colors are yellow, blue, and red. And those are called primaries because they cannot be made. They simply are, okay, in the artist's color wheel. To make a secondary color, they come directly from the primaries. So let's take a look at what blue and yellow do. Well, they make green. That's a secondary color. Green is a secondary color, okay? There we go. Yellow and red make orange. That's the second secondary color. And the last one is, let me see if I can get, what do I got here? Phthalo blue, naturally. I got all that phthalo blue out. This, yeah, let's have this. Blue and red make purple, all right? So let's take a little of this ultramarine blue and mix it with a little bit of red, and you get purple. Okay, all right. Those are the secondary colors, all right? Now, every one of these primary colors I've laid out here have different temperatures, and they all react to each other differently. If you ever got a set of watercolors or temperas or something as a kid, and you tried to make purple, because you knew how to do it, using red, which is usually this red, and blue, you got something that looked like that, or maybe even gray, that sort of a brownish, drabby color. And you're thinking, wait a minute, that's crazy. That's because this is a very warm red. There's all that yellow in it. And this alizarin or crimson or magenta, whatever the color is called, there's lots of different terms for this, it's got enough blue in it that it goes better with blues to make purples. This goes better with yellows to make oranges. But let's take a look at orange. There's a lemony yellow, and let's try some of this magenta with it. You get sort of this color, so that works pretty good there. That makes an orange, but it's a different orange than this one. This is a truer orange in my opinion, okay? Not that this is bad, it's just not quite the same. Same way with blues. There are blues that make better purples. Like look at this ultramarine blue here. Look how different it is than what's called phthalo blue. Let's put a little yellow with this guy here, and you get this kind of green. And if you put this yellow with this guy, you get a different green. They're not bad, they're just different, okay? So I want you to be aware of how color temperature can play a role in how your colors turn out. Let's talk about the next color combination for artist color theory, and that is called complementary color. So let's start off with monochromatic color. I'm going to start off with that because that's the best way to illustrate it. You can take a red, and if you want to darken it, you can do the simple thing, and that's just add black. My black's kind of stiff. There you go. You got a darker red with this black. There you go. You've added black to it, and it gets kind of brown or whatever. You can do the same with all the colors, okay? But look what happens to poor yellow when you add black to it. Here's a nice yellow. Not so much black, please, thank you. It looks kind of leaden. It's kind of dead looking. That's kind of nice though, but anyway. That's the problem with using just black to darken your colors, okay? To lighten up your colors, of course, you use white. Or more water if you're using watercolor, okay? More white, lighter it gets, etc., etc. Okay, that's monochromatic color. Monochromatic color is using any color whether it's blue, green, lime chartreuse, light pink, whatever it is, and just adding black and white to it only, exclusively using only that color. Okay, that's one of your projects is monochromatic color. Okay, so we've talked about monochromatic color, we've talked about the secondaries and the primaries. Now let's talk about complementary colors. Complementary colors sit on opposite sides of the color wheel from each other physically, like on an artist's color wheel. But they do more than that. They can clash, and at the right intensity, they can vibrate. They can fight like crazy, but they can also really work together beautifully, okay? So let's take a look at the case of yellow. We'll take a nice warm yellow here. This nice cadmium yellow. And I'm going to mix up its complement, which is purple. Yellow and purple are complements. So I'm going to use some of this. And I'm going to use some of this alizarin crimson here. I'm going to make myself a purple. A little bit more of this, please. Okay. And now I'm going to darken my yellow with that. See how much nicer it is when you darken your yellow with its complement, purple. Or conversely, if I wanted to just dull a screaming yellow, screaming purple, and just wanted to dull it down a little bit, tone it down, I could add a little bit of yellow to it and it would tone it down as well. Okay? Without killing it. That's literally the term that artists use. Don't kill the color. That means make it muddy and dirty and leaden looking. So the three complementary pairs are yellow and purple, like I just showed you, red and green, and blue and orange. Okay? Let's take a look at what orange does to blue. I'm just going to use a little phthalo here for grins. I'm going to mix me up a little yellow, a little orange, excuse me. A bit more, there we go. There we go. We've darkened that color, there we go. But we haven't killed it yet. We've toned it down, but we haven't killed it. Matter of fact, see, it turns a little bit green. Let's put some of that ultramarine in there. This is the best way to darken your colors. Okay? That is what makes complementary color use special. The last and really the simplest grouping of colors is called analogous color. That's where you pick two primaries, say yellow and red, and all the possible oranges in between make an analogous color group like this one. They blend back and forth together easily. Nobody clashes because they're all interrelated, bounded by two primaries. That's one analogous color family. The second one is yellow and all the possible greens going to blue. Okay? Or the last one, which is blue and all the possible purples going to red. Let's put that there. You can work in your, see how that works? That's analogous color use. You can blend back and forth and nobody's going to clash and fight because families all supposed to get together and get along together. But I want you to also consider this. Say I've got a green here that I've made with some yellow ochre here with maybe a little phthalo. Maybe I want to use an orange with it. Or maybe I want to use a purple with it. Let's make a nice purple, shall we? A fresh one. A little bit more of this. There we go. No, I don't like that. There we go. That's a pretty good purple there. Now let me make that green with it like I wanted to. Let's use this guy here and this guy here. Make a nice green. Now try using a little purple with that. And you get some really nice colors that way. Look at how different that is. And then maybe use it in your red. See how nice some of those colors play together? Those are called unexpected color combinations, all right? Don't be afraid to try a few new color combinations. Layer some purple over some orange and then maybe layer a little bit of lime green over the top of that. But you have to be careful because if you put too many things with colors, they tend to look like a big, muddy, leaden mess. And that's what this kind of is. You do not want that, okay? This is what, you know. So try to remember you have to kind of know how far to push color and then stop, okay? Sometimes you want simple color use, and sometimes you want something a little bit more varied, okay? So I want to inspire you guys to try a few different color combinations. Try yellows with reds and then maybe greens, you know, that kind of a thing, okay? Different yellows and reds working together to make oranges of different types, to work with different blues of different types, okay? That's color theory. And some artists never master good color use. And some artists are born with great sense of use of color. It's just a gift, okay? Some people never master it. Most artists have to work for it. Have to really work to learn what works color-wise, okay? And that's just experience. So good luck with color.